There is no greater prize than the soul of an Eldari to she who thirsts. The psychically powerful Xenos are the most decadent meal for Slaanesh, and every Eldar knows of this intense predation of the god of lust and excess. That is why every craft world has become a fortification against the legions of Slaanesh. But when the Prince of Pleasure desires an Eldar soul, few things can stop his desire. Such was the case for the tragic craft world of Kariz. And with that, I want to welcome you guys back to another 40 Facts about the 40k universe. I am your host, Gersh1, and today we're going to be talking about the Fall of Kariz. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40k lore videos every single day, so if you have any suggestions for topics or questions about 40k, just ask down in the comment section below, and I'll either answer there or create a video for you guys. And don't forget to thank our patrons on Patreon. It is because of them that we can do this. Link in the description if you guys want to support us. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on Slaanesh versus the Eldar. There came a time when Slaanesh's eye fell upon a gleaming gem that he desired. Kariz this jewel was called. An Eldar craft world, rich in souls, and drifting dangerously close to the Eye of Terror. The Eldar of the craft world of Kariz were defiant against the onslaught of chaos. Each Eldari warrior that walked the halls of this ancient spacecraft was educated on the power and glory of the Eldar Empire of old. They were prideful of the fact that they could maintain such close proximity to the core of their former home and still push away the legions of chaos. Slaanesh might have destroyed their empire, but the hideous chaos god could not control their freedom in real space. The craft world flourished just like any other. Its biodomes housed flora and fauna that was almost identical to the plants and wildlife of the core of their world. And its people formed a strong sense of independence and self-reliance, while at the same time being surrounded by literal chaos. In many ways, Kariz acted as a beacon of hope to its sister craft worlds, reminding them that even she who thirsts must respect the power of the Eldari. As Slaanesh coveted this thing, so too did his minions, and the great many gathered to seize their share of the prize. Yet Kariz was protected. Wards of energy sealed the craft world from the webway, and warriors patrolled the silver river that led to its gates. Unable to take what they desired, the demons of Slaanesh assembled around Kariz and spoke with enchanting voices to those within. Many ignored the siren calls, but a few were lured from their sanctuary of their craft world, their spirits fired with whispers of decadent adventure. One Eldar soul in particular attracted the gaze of Ios Las Larash, a keeper of secrets also known as the Heartslayer. This Eldar girl's innocent soul blazed in the warp, but at its heart there was a dark shadow. Its flickering enigma entranced the Heartslayer, and the demon resolved that within this Eldar spirit lay the key to taking the craft world. The greater demon traveled onto the silver river clad in the guise of an Eldar male. He bewitched the maiden with every glamour and guile in his possession. She loved her new companion as only an Eldar can love, and in time the Heartslayer persuaded her to return with him to her home. With his unnatural presence hidden in the love of the Eldar, Heartslayer was able to pass through the barriers of Kariz, where he waited, seeking the opportunity to strike. The great portal that led to the Silver River was held fast by a psychic key, which lay in the possession of the maiden's father, an Autarch of Kariz. While the Eldar slumbered, Heartslayer stole the key from about his neck and opened the wards upon the webway. As a vicious flock, the demons of Slaanesh descended upon Kariz. Demonettes fell upon the Aspect Shrine with illusion and claw, and cast over the altars of Twisted Cain. The mask weaved her deadly dance with the howling banshees, ever eluding their glowing blades as she cut and slashed with every dexterous claw. Huntresses mounted on their serpentine steeds ran rampant through the arcing forest domes, tearing apart green-clad guardians. Though shurikens and warp energy tore the air, the chilling cries of the demonettes did not diminish, but instead grew in strength as more and more of their kind rushed through the broken gateway. At the peak of battle, Heartslayer showed his true form, a mighty creature that towered over the Eldar, and they fled from his terrifying form. The Keeper of Secrets was drawn to the heart of Kariz, where still slumbered the Avatar of Cain, the incarnation of Kariz's warrior spirit. Heartslayer gloated over the god's dormant form, and ran his claws over the cold iron of its body. Inert and helpless, the Avatar sat motionless, unmoved by the greater demon's caress. But then some spark awoke in the Avatar spirit, roused by the death and destruction created upon his craft world. Fueled by the instinct to kill and destroy, the Avatar blazed into life and seized the Heartslayer in his unbreakable grip. With the laughter, the greater demon sheared off the bloodied fist about his throat and blinded the Avatar with swift strikes to his burning eyes. Its heat crackled over the Keeper of Secrets' immortal flesh and washed through his spirit, invigorating his desire to possess this thing. Awakened but untamed, the Avatar was a soulless thing, and the Heartslayer saw an opportunity in his hollowness. The greater demon invested himself into the shell of the Avatar and perverted it from within. And now bursting forth with a borrowed form, the Keeper of Secrets blazed with sacred fire. Led by their burning demigod, the demons of Slaanesh gorged themselves on the Eldar of Kariz for many days and nights. Thousands fell to their insatiable thirst, and Slaanesh finally claimed his prize. And so now the craft world of Kariz drifts in the outer eddies of the Eye of Terror, empty and desolate, its corridors still ringing with the death cries of its people and the laughter of its slayer. And those were 40 facts on the fall of Kariz. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's always fun to talk about Slaanesh. I find it really funny how our Slaanesh videos do really well, and then you jump on over to the tabletop and like what Games Workshop produces for 40k and Slaanesh, and it's not there. Like, it's just everybody's quiet when it comes to Slaanesh at a Games Workshop, unless you're playing Age of Sigmar. They do get updates there, but you can't really have, or you can't really carry them over just because there are no rules for them. But I always found that funny. Like, I feel like Slaanesh is popular amongst the fan base, and yet GW, specifically in 40k, doesn't give us Slaanesh models or cool rules. And it's not even like the Space Marines are taking over, because they're not. It's not like we're getting Noise Marines. We've gotten one Noise Marine model, but that's about it. So it would be nice if in the near future we do get some type of like update to either Slaanesh just in general, like carrying over the models from Age of Sigmar and giving us rules, or if we actually get like an update like we got for the Death Guard for the Noise Marines. That would be kind of cool. Just entire legions of Noise Marines. And hopefully, obviously, we would get like a Trader Primarch along with it. So Fulgrim coming over, that would be nice. But we'll see what happens. Again, if you guys want us to continue to cover Slaanesh, specific topics about Slaanesh, just let me know what they are in the comment section below. If you guys want to learn more about the Eldar or Slaanesh, check out the playlist that I'm going to link up at the top or down in the description below, or just go to the channel and look up those playlists, because we have talked a lot about Craft Worlds and Slaanesh. But thanks so much for listening, guys, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. This was Gershwan with One Mind Syndicate signing out.
Always used to put my freedom first, and then